Red Bull chief Christian Horner has revealed plans for significant upgrades that will help the team seriously compete with Ferrari and Mercedes in the 2025 season. Meanwhile, Oscar Piastri is reportedly in direct talks with Red Bull, amid rumors of Yuki Tsunoda's possible move to Aston Martin. Red Bull have given Lawson just half a season to prove his worth and keep his place in the team. Let's discuss it and stay with you till the end. And not to miss the latest news, don't forget to subscribe. Christian Horner has confirmed plans for major upgrades to compete with Ferrari and Mercedes in 2025. Yes, according to team principal Christian Horner, Red Bull is preparing major upgrades that aim to compete with the speed and innovation of Ferrari and Mercedes in the 2025 season. Horner assured fans and critics that the team continues to strive for excellence despite the impending changes to Formula One regulations in 2026. We are preparing for a significant transformation. The competition will be tough, and we understand that Ferrari and Mercedes will not rest on their laurels. But we are not going to relax either, Horner emphasized. Horner also noted that 2025 will be a key year as teams adapt to the mature regulations introduced in 2022. With Red Bull consistently setting the bar, Horner is confident that the upcoming season will be an important milestone on the road to the biggest technical transformation in modern F1 history. 2025 is our main goal. We will work on improving what we already have, while preparing for the tremendous changes that await us in 2026. Our goal is to stay one step ahead so that Red Bull continues to be at the forefront of innovation and performance, Horner emphasized. The upcoming updates, according to him, will cover both aerodynamic improvements and mechanical tweaks, with the aim of further optimizing the RB20 chassis. At the same time, these changes will lay the groundwork for future development, taking into account the new regulations that will come into force after 2025. In this context, he painted a vivid picture of the challenges that all teams will face in 2026, when Formula One will simultaneously introduce new regulations for chassis and powertrains. The decision to combine these changes represents the biggest restart of the sport in decades, which some are already calling a revolution in motorsport engineering. This is the biggest Formula One restart in the last 60 years. Both the chassis and the powertrain will be changed. And for Red Bull, it means developing its own engine in partnership with Ford. It's a monumental task, but we are ready to face it head-on, Horner noted. The partnership with Ford, announced earlier this year, breaks new ground for Red Bull as the team moves on from its current partnership with Honda. With Honda set to become the official powertrain partner for Aston Martin in 2026, Red Bull's decision to develop its own engines is a bold and strategic move to ensure full autonomy and control over its performance. He was candid about the scale of the challenge ahead, admitting that Red Bull's powertrain division will be competing with giants such as Ferrari and Mercedes, who have decades of experience in the field. However, he expressed confidence in Red Bull's ability to rise to the challenge. We are building this engine as a subsidiary of Red Bull, and we are competing with companies like Ferrari and Mercedes, who have decades of experience in this field. But we have the right people, the right capacity, and, most importantly, the right mindset. It will take time, but we are absolutely confident we can do it. The 2026 regulatory changes will affect every team on the grid, including the new Cadillac project to become the 11th constructor in the championship. Those changes will create winners and losers, but emphasize that Red Bull's philosophy of innovation and adaptability makes the team a strong contender for success. Meanwhile, Oscar Piastri is reportedly in talks with Red Bull, amid rumors of Yuki Tsunoda's possible move to Aston Martin. Yes, the Formula One driver market is actively heating up, as news has emerged that Oscar Piastri could be moving to Red Bull Racing in the future, while Yuki Tsunoda is rumored to be looking to move to Aston Martin. These developments could significantly change the grid layout in the coming seasons, as both drivers are key figures in their respective teams. According to Sky Germany commentator Sasha Rosa, Red Bull is showing significant interest in signing Oscar Piastri, especially in light of ongoing rumors about Max Verstappen's long-term future in Formula One. Verstappen, whose contract with Red Bull runs until the end of 2028, has repeatedly hinted in recent years that his stay in the sport may not be indefinite. Rose believes that Red Bull sees Piastri as a prime candidate to replace Verstappen if the Dutchman decides to leave. In his postseason column, Rose explained, "I believe that Red Bull would like to sign Oscar Piastri. Of course, there are good links with his manager, former Red Bull driver Mark Webber. And with such top drivers, you can always expect them to say, 'Goodbye, thank you, that's it.'" Piastri, who recently extended his contract with McLaren until the end of 2026, has shown a brilliant start to his Formula One career. The Australian driver impressed in his debut season in 2023 and played a key role in McLaren's revival in 2024, scoring his first Grand Prix victories and helping the team win its first Constructors' Cup title since 1998. Although Oscar Piastri is contractually bound to McLaren, reports from October suggest that his manager, Mark Webber, is actively seeking talks with Red Bull. Helmut Marko, Red Bull's sporting consultant, previously confirmed that Webber had indeed been in contact with the Milton Keynes-based team, which has only intensified rumors about Piastri's future. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda's career path appears to be heading towards Aston Martin, especially with Honda's upcoming partnership with the Silverstone-based team set to begin in 2026. Rose suggested that Tsunoda, who has been backed by Honda since the start of his career, is a perfect fit for Aston Martin as the team transitions to Honda factory team status. "I can envision Yuki Tsunoda ending up at Aston Martin sooner rather than later. Tsunoda is backed by Honda, and they will be the engine supplier for Aston Martin from 2026, said Rose. Tsunoda, who currently drives for AlphaTauri, has shown steady progress in his Formula One career and remains an important talent under Red Bull's wing. However, given Red Bull's possible focus on younger contenders such as Piastri, Tsunoda's opportunities within the Red Bull racing structure may become limited, making a move to Aston Martin a logical step in his career. Meanwhile, Liam Lawson faces a serious challenge in taking up the prestigious but extremely difficult position at Red Bull Racing, alongside Max Verstappen for the 2025 season. The New Zealand-born talent, who is impressed with his performances in the super substitute role, now faces the daunting task of proving his worth in a team that has become known for its high demands and fierce competition. Verstappen's change of partners at Red Bull has been significant. Six-time Formula One Grand Prix winner Ralf Schumacher believes Lawson will have just a little time to prove himself. Speaking to reporters, Schumacher said that Lawson may have no more than half a season to show his potential in Formula One. "He doesn't have that much time. I think he will be given half a season, and if he shows himself, he will get a good contract," Schumacher said. That ultimatum reflects the tense atmosphere at Red Bull Racing, where Verstappen's previous partners such as Pierre Gasly, Alex Albon, and the recently departed Sergio Perez have been unable to keep up the pace with the Dutchman. Perez, who endured a difficult 2024 season, finishing the championship in 8th place, was fired by the team despite his strong results in previous years. His departure opened the way for Lawson, who must now help team principal Christian Horner regain the Constructors' Cup title after Red Bull slipped to 3rd place in 2024. Lawson's task is not only to show good form, but also to match, and at least to some extent approach Max Verstappen, who has established himself as a benchmark in Formula One. The dominance of the Dutchman is not only a matter of pure speed, but also his ability to adapt and confidently manage aggressive technique, which makes him unique. Lawson himself has admitted that what makes his situation unique is to be Verstappen's teammate. In an interview with Sky F1, he said, "I've been driving the car for the last couple of years and doing tests, and I can tell you that the car is very aggressive. It takes a lot of confidence to drive it, to be honest. And here Max certainly has exceptional confidence as a driver, but the main thing is that he's the best in the world right now, and it's always going to be very, very difficult to compete with the best." So we can see that, for Liam Lawson in 2025, the path will not be easy. He will not only have to perform at his best, but he will also have to contend with one of the best drivers in Formula One history, Max Verstappen. Will new talents like Lawson be able to cope with such high demands? And what does the future hold for the Red Bull team, given the changes in the lineup and regulations? Which of the young drivers do you think can really compete with Verstappen? And should Red Bull continue to bet on Lawson, or should look for other options? If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to not miss all the latest news from the world of Formula One. See you in the next video.